Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. If you lend your friend and your family your hard-earned cash and you cannot get it back, they're giving you the runaround, you've been to a court, feel free to contact Real Talk, that collection department. And we would light them up on TV. We would do that. Now, the reason why I just do that is that I'm going to tell you something. People, they say, take me to court, take me to court. When they don't take your money and they don't use it now and they can't pay you back, take me to court. You see, they know the court is a long process. But when you light them up on TV now, the whole public know they're owing John Doe money. And you know, people that once the public know there's a scam, it has prevent them from scamming people. So if somebody owes your money, viewers, feel free to contact Real Talk, that collection department. I do this. This is a company that I own also. It is also registered under Real Talk Security Limited, which is registered with the Ministry of Legal Affairs. So they can't do us nothing. We're registered. And we go by all the laws and regulation, which you all know. I have my High Court lawyer, Nazima, who they say about all that business coming to that. So viewers, I want to say a special good night to you. Those of you that are locked on to us on Facebook, on our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share the page as we go live. Those of you on YouTube channel, TT Real Talk, subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So viewers, tell your friends about Real Talk. It's about 2 years and 3 months we've been on the network. We became the #1 current affairs program. Thus far, in 2 years' time, we have gotten 6 legislations and 2 bills. That is what you call work. Work is not when you're running on a bandit and you hear they face the magistrate and they come back out. That is not work. That is wasting time. That is wasting time. To me. But nevertheless, we have TTPS, the officers. That is their job. That is their job. The magistrate job is to keep them inside prison. Keep the bandits in prison. So I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Feel free to call in. Our live studio lines are 238-6716. If you're calling from outside, please dial 1-868-238-6716. Feel free to call in, make a comment. Let us hear what is taking place in your area. Election is in the air. Campaigning throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Let us know let us know that the development that is taking place in your area. Let us know that. Because what they didn't do in 5 years, they would rush to do it now. Why? To get the little half-inch in the finger stamped next to their candidates. So viewers, as we start off tonight, Ministry of Health updates. Approximately 11 employees of a bank in West Mall were expected to be swabbed for testing for COVID-19. This was revealed by the Minister of Health, Terence Singh, earlier today.
We have been tracking 2 local cases of COVID-19 which have no international connection, that is, related to someone coming in or an imported case. Our infection control measures have been activated. The new case is a minor that is under 18 years of age and is in fact the daughter of an employee of Republic Bank.
Ministry of Health said the workers have been sent home since then.
Video footage from the movement of the employee and the minor within Republic Bank would have shown that there was close contact with about 11 employees of Republic Bank, and all employees have been sent home and they will be swabbed today.
Now viewers, I want you all to understand something. This is in no way to discredit the bank. The bank had nothing to do with it. It's just that there was an employee. That's all. It's the same thing like Pennywise that occurred yesterday. An incident happened, they closed down their branches, they sanitized, and it was okay to open up for business today. So this have nothing to do with the bank. So as we move on tonight, feel free to call in 238-6716. Let us hear from you. Let's create a discussion. Due to the 2 new cases of coronavirus on Wednesday, unsure if it is community spread or local spread. Minister of Health Terence Dayal Singh has advised citizens not to panic. He says panicking is not good. It's not good reaction or a situation because it can lead to making a wrong decision. Take a look.
The first thing I want to say, this is not cause for panic, but it is cause for concern. So panic is never a good reaction to these situations, because in a panic state we can make wrong decisions, but we are concerned.
So viewers, that is the voice of the one and only Dr. Terence Dayal Singh. I wonder why they say doctor. Why not Minister Terence Dayal Singh? The doctor is Dr. Roshan Parasram. He is the doctor, not the Minister of Health. So I want to let you understand that. Just imagine. We have the CMO who they could have picked for a minister in the Ministry of Health. Somebody who knows about health. Somebody who knows about virus. Somebody who knows about infectious disease. How to care for the sick. But what we choose to do? We choose to put a man who knows nothing about health. Who vex laws? Who vex laws? That's just me. You see, you cannot take a land lawyer and put them as a criminal lawyer. You can't do that. You can't take a geologist and put them as an accountant. You can't do that. You will mess up the whole system. And if I am talking foolishness, I want you all to tell me that. Caller, good night.
Pleasant good night to you, Mr. Saieed Ali. How are you doing, sir?
I am okay.
I want to talk about the migrant thing.
The migrant, go right ahead.
Yes. I thought the borders between Sudan and Venezuela were closed.
Well, so they say.
And look how much cases Venezuela has, 15,000 plus, and still migrants into the country.
I understand. Thank you, caller. So, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parasram said the new case of COVID-19 are being treated at local spread. He was speaking at today's media conference.
Dealing with local cases until proven otherwise, as we have done for case, I would say 116, 117, just before we began to have a host of imported cases. So we're treating it as a local case until proven otherwise, meaning that until we can find an external link.
The CMO explained the importance of contact tracing.
The reason we do contact tracing is twofold. One, to find out the source, and secondly, to prevent any further outbreak or increasing numbers of cases. So we're trying to prevent local cases from going into clusters of cases, which is where your primary, secondary, tertiary contacts, if those become positive and those move about in a similar fashion like these cases, then you can be prone to getting clusters of cases, and then beyond clusters you go into the wider spread, and which is classified as community spread. So for now we're looking at potentially local cases, and we are trying through contact tracing and through our public health measures ring fence those cases so we don't get clusters and we don't get community spread.
So now viewers, what I would advise you to do, is that if you are getting the symptoms, that they say would cause the COVID-19, feel free to visit your health centers. Feel free to visit the hospital. Feel free to call the hotline. Because I will tell you something. If we have a local spread or a community spread, it will be bad for us because we will go back into a stay-at-home policy. The government would reintroduce that to Trinidad and Tobago. And next thing you know, we home for another 3 months now, or another 4 months. It will be bad on us. Because right now we can't get salary grant. We cannot get rental assistance. Because it's hard. It's hard on the people and them. So take my advice. Once you get any symptoms, please go check yourself. Do that for the safety of Trinidad and Tobago. Do that for the safety of your husband, the safety of your wife, the safety of the children. Please do that. Take it serious because it is a serious thing. I am sure you all watch BBC News. Look at what is taking place in Trinidad. Countries presently are still on lockdown. They are still in a lockdown situation because of this COVID-19. So let's come together and let's take it serious. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has once again stated that the threat of COVID-19 is real. He made a statement at the PNM meeting last night. This comes following the announcement of possible community spread and attackers who are saying it is a gimmick.
We said that this threat is still with us. Some people don't believe. Some people think that we are using it for other purposes. But today, we were a little shaken because we got a result today which is not one that we've been accustomed to, and is one that could be a harbinger of some things to come. Hopefully it is not bad, but we are prepared. The reason why we kept our hospital system the way we kept it, that in the event that we get to a situation where we have sick people, that we can deal with it. It's when you can't deal with the sick that you have, that you got the real.
Now viewers, I would just step back to what the Minister of Health said. He said, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't walk with your head off your shoulder. The Prime Minister is saying it is serious. Don't take it for a gimmick, because today that probably about 3 or 4 months. The country have been in a lockdown for 3 months. No salary, no groceries, no market, no driving around in the beach, no bars. We were staying at home. So if this is the first community spread or the local spread, which means it could have others, and we are not aware of it as yet. And that is the dangerous part. The dangerous part is it spreading locally right among us here. That is the dangerous part. So do like the Minister of Health says, don't panic. Don't panic. Visit the health center, visit the hospital, look out for the symptoms, and let's do what we have to do. Because I cannot take another 3 months of lockdown, you know. Because for that 3 months of lockdown, business was very, very slow. 1 to 10 being 10 good, we were somewhere like about 2 or 3. So let us not go back into that state. Now, Dr. Rowley said, given the fall in the economy during the COVID-19 lockdown, this country needs a government that can properly manage the affairs of the economy.
And that is why you need to have leadership. You need to have leadership that could chart a course in this new environment to even take advantage of the setback.
I will take a bow. I will take a bow. Now, to tell the Prime Minister, do not mix COVID-19 epidemic with politics or governance. Don't mix the two in one, because politics is politics. Governance is governance. And COVID-19 is COVID-19. Now I'm going to tell you something. There are many people who are saying that the government saved us. I'm not here to criticize the government. I'm not here to criticize the government. But I'm going to tell you something. Guidelines came down from WHO, World Health Organization, and PAHU. It came down to every countries. And whoever is in government have to abide by these rules and regulations. Because I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you a reminder. Remember when I first talked about it, when Jamaica was getting prepared for in case their country have the first confirmed cases, they will be in a gear, they will be prepared. In Trinidad, what they were saying, it is not important. So we are not going to talk about it. Just a little reminder. So to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, do not mix the COVID-19 with the politics. Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Just run back the video, the director. You can't mix politics.
And that is why you need to have leadership. You need to have leadership that could chart a course in this new environment to even take advantage of the setback.
So let me talk about this piece now, the advantage of the setback. On the board of the recovery team, it had a man who was a franchise holder of a chicken and chips company. I said when he said advantage. So listen this. You have two major players in the chicken and chips industry in Trinidad and Tobago. We have, and I will say the name, is a major player. There is KFC, a leading franchise chicken place in Trinidad and Tobago, fast food outlet, and there is Royal Castle, another fast food outlet in Trinidad and Tobago. Two major players. Everybody know that in Trinidad and Tobago. I am not saying anything wrong and I am not bashing them. But the thing is, one had a jump start and the other one did not have a jump start. One had a jump start, but the first couple of days was okay, but the other one complaining that they did not know anything. It came as a setback to them. How many of you remember that? Eh? You know why I'm bringing back these things to all you? Because of the local spread it have. They're bringing the passengers from the cruise ship. I believe it was 69 or 68, somewhere around there. And they carried them up Alandra. And from there, Trinidad and Tobago, it started to spread. Bring in people. Now we have a local spread. So I just refreshing your memories in case we go back into a lockdown. What to expect again. Call a good night.
Saieed, good night.
Go right ahead.
The head of the class tonight, Saieed.
Eh?
I say go to the head of the class. Go to the class. Saieed, this Prime Minister, this Keith Rowley, right? You come into power. Understand? Your finance minister raised gas 3 times, right? Or they close Petrochen because of a so-called scandal with ENP. Or they bring Delta here, right? To compound that, or they add a 10% tax on online shopping. Understand? Or they take all the VAT, or they add VAT onto all the food items that have no VAT on it. Computers that have no VAT on it, or they put back VAT onto computers. COVID coming now on the scene. and expose all the real poverty, the hidden poverty in the country.
Yes.
And a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of businesses were able to restart back because of this COVID. You trying to make the population feel right now it's because of the COVID, it set back the economy. Keep Rowley give you a rest. Understand? Give you a rest, because you the Prime Minister. How much time 23 member of Parliament for the People's National Movement? You appoint a 22 committee team to do what? What a 22 committee team could do for us? You get elected, you as Prime Minister and 22 members of your cabinet get elected. Keep rolling, Saieed.
I understand. Take it down, caller. I understand.
National movement spoil this countryside. When they tell me they're going south, when they're coming from south, they're going to south. What Petroch's so-called headquarters,
yes,
billions of dollars spent. Understand it unfinished. 2 tall buildings in Shogunas.
True.
Housing apartments. Unfinished. Understand? Panchenbegu headquarters up in the east.
Unfinished.
Up in the waters up there. Unfinished in the bush. The People's National Movement. Kamala Person assassination came and did plenty. Like the UNC, though, like the United National Congress made poor people possible to have a lot of things. Same black people like myself, a poor man could be able to buy a roll of car.
Yeah, they could afford to do that. I understand. I heard that.
Take part of our computers. People's National Movement need to take a rest side. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Talking about computers. Listen this. Hear this, Where you going? This will be a topic up for discussion. Boy, hey. Sometimes I just wonder what really taking place with Trinidad and Tobago, boy. It really, really sad, Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
You're looking sharp in that suit, man. I
Oh,
must say.
thank you. Well, watch me. Caller, since we can talk airing on TV, I hear one of the sharpest man on TV is Saieed Ali.
Aye, thanks for saying.
I hear that. But you know when you love to dress good?
Yeah.
Thank you, caller, for the compliments. But hear this, talk about the laptop.
Boy, with this COVID-19 thing, boy. I'm studying what will happen to the children and them if they go open back, what will happen to the children and them for the education system.
Well, boy, that's a serious thing to talk about. Serious. Because from now until exam, we never know what could happen in Trinidad, Seriously.
Yeah.
It's a serious thing. I mean, it's one case. But you don't know, we now find out about this one case, right? But what about the amount of people this one case came in contact with?
Well, that is it.
Yeah, thank you, caller. So here next bacchanal topic. The Ministry of Education instructed a secondary school to cancel a book list which asked parents of these students to purchase a laptop. Many comments were made by angry parents stating that they could not afford this expensive device as it was not part of their budget. The school even indicated specific brands varying from 3,700 to 5,000. An official of the ministry confirmed that the list is authentic, but the laptop is not a necessary requirement for the book list. So I want to understand, because the laptop now is not important, it's probably why they take it off the system. It's not important. Because if an official from the ministry confirm that the list is authentic but the laptop is not a necessary requirement, what's going on? Under the former administration, they wanted everybody all school children to have a laptop. You know why? So they will be versed in technology. And I don't blame them. Because if you teach a child about computer, they would grow with technology from a tender age. Not when they reach 60 years. You're now going and do a beginner's class in computer. That time you're walking with your crook stick. You're holding your back. And you're going down. Bait, help me be step now, going to class. The former administration, we're talking facts here, Me criticizing nobody, we're talking facts. The former administration presented laptops in school. The present administration take it off. Why? Because it is not important. It is not. So education could whoops and vaps. Remember here, whoops and vaps? Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
Saieed, you see, the people, you could remember when COVID now come out. They did a map that showing 2 of them in laboratory in Shagwanas, Diego Martin, all kind of thing. If they do a map to show where them grants gone, the 204,000 grants that they give, you will see that it is in the PNM stronghold. The PNM voter bank is the
visuals.
bank. They live on grants. You understand? And you see that slogan with Kamala put, let's get the country working again, that don't right go to them at all. Because them don't work. You understand? The Prime Minister gave away the Pacific, now we're going to give away the refinery. You understand?
Thank you, caller. I understand. The former administration presented laptops to school children. She presented laptops to school children to make it easy, to make studying easy. But the present administration, when the booklets came out, an official from the ministry confirmed that the list is authentic. Because it is from a secondary school, the list is authentic. But the laptop is not a necessary requirement. No wonder why. No wonder why Shamfa didn't know about data. All you follow me now? All you now following me? And then we had a next Rasta man on a morning show now. He know how to put on data, Facebook, but he don't know how to take off. I'm telling all you. We talking about education. One don't know about data according to the Prime Minister, $60-something thousand in bill, and she's a Minister of Parliament. The next one who's a Minister of Parliament too is the Rasta man. He went on a morning show on a live Facebook feed. He know how to put on. They had a big conversation with Cossout, and but wait now boy, this thing on all the time. I didn't know that. All I know how to take it off. He didn't know about computer neither. So when the former administration now try to implement it now for the citizens, the school children to grow up with education, we must reach till we old. And we getting grey and we colliding it up now. Then we go know about data. And then we go know about Facebook. That time now we had to sit down in a rocking chair now, and the rocking chair going Scrooge. Because we know nothing. The show interesting, ain't? The show interesting, ain't? Is facts all they're getting. Is facts all they're getting. Caller, good night.
Yes, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Saeed, I was in the hospital in Mongtu. And if I tell you people suffering in Mongtu, inside, 3-4 nights, they remain in there and nothing to eat, nothing to attend, just suffer. And I went and suffer. And if you leave, you can't come back. It's real hard, I suffer, I cry for old people in there.
Thank you, caller. I tell you, it's sad. Now it's election. Now it's promised like, watch me, it's more promise than God promised, you know. I'm telling you, it's more promise than God promised. Boy, it's easy, you know. But anyhow, there's a tropical storm in the Caribbean. It is the north part of Trinidad presently. And according to reports that I have, the storm has weakened slightly. However, there is a chance still that it could become a hurricane. However, the National Hurricane Center 2 p.m. update, maximum sustained winds have decreased to nearly 60 miles per hour with high gusty winds. So viewers, like I said, We were aware of the hurricane. We are aware of the storm turning into the hurricane. Please, Tobago, take all necessary precaution. I understand Barbados presently is under the storm watch. 1 or 2 Caribbeans are under the storm watch. So while we are here, it did not hit us presently as yet, but you never know how things could turn around. Please be guided accordingly to the storm. So Tobago is under the tropical storm watch presently, and this is breaking news, viewers. We got this evening. So my friends in Tobago, please, get your ID card, your important documents, put it in a concealed envelope, make sure it's plastic, it cannot get wet, your batteries, top up on wherever things you have. You know, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is under the storm watch presently. So viewers, my friends the viewers of the Caribbean there, may God be with you all. So viewers, as we move on tonight, feel free to call in 2386716. It's an interesting show where we give you the facts, and that is all we talk about. The facts, the reality, that what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yes, Saeed, when Kamala administration, they give out laptop, right?
Mm-hmm.
The PNM end up taking back the laptop for the children.
Yes.
Right? So when the Ministry of Education giving out the booklets to get the laptop now, they're supposed to give the Minister of Education to buy the laptop for the children.
I think that ain't happening this year, neither the next 5 years. I ain't think that wouldn't happen. Like too much money to spend, boy. I take part of it, like too much money to spend on a laptop. I'm sure we could build some road somewhere, maybe get some kickback or something somewhere. You know me afraid to talk. I just welcome them, come. So Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan said his ministry has equipment on standby and is on the alert of any emergencies due to the passage of tropical storm. Hey, this storm have a real funny name, you know. Gonzalo. Tropical storm maintains its trace due west towards the Lesser Antilles. However, Trinidad and Tobago Meteorologist Service said the center of the system was due to pass just north of Trinidad and Tobago. Sinanan said that the ministry team are on the alert and their equipments are ready and standby if needed. Sinanan added that many waterways were dredged and clear over the dry season, and it is hoping that they can withstand the floods that is coming down. So that is according to the Works and Transport Minister, Rohan Sinanan. He also added that all the pumps at Bamboo number 1, 2, and 3 are operational and ready for action should heavy rains occur. Let's just wait to see. Caller, good night.
Hello?
You're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead, sir.
Saeed, the maxi drivers.
Which one of the maxi drivers?
The one who pull in school children for PTSD. They didn't get paid since January month.
Serious?
Serious. They're not getting no. They get paid since we haven't getting the $2,000 for diesel grant.
The fuel grant. Are you the driver of a maxi?
I drive in one for a customer.
Okay, the driver of a maxi. All right. Did the owner get any fuel grant?
No, nothing. Nothing at all.
So the government still owing all for transporting students from last year?
From here and from January and February month.
Of this year? Well, welcome to Real Talk. Where are you calling from, caller?
Bonaventure.
From where?
In Bonaventure.
Oh, Bonaventure, okay. Thanks for viewing on. Thanks for raising the issue also. Since January, this is July. January, February. Now, I'm going to tell you something, The ministry just have to wait for a record from PTSC. So what the hell PTSC doing? This is July month. Just how the managers and the supervisors and the mechanics and the laborers just get their pay. The maxi drivers want money. They have family to mind. They have family to mind too. Because PTSC have to send documents to the Ministry of Finance to verify, and then the Ministry of Finance will release funding. But if the Ministry of Finance did not get any documents from PTSC, no money will be paid. So PTSC, what is the problem? What is the problem? Or the secretaries and them have long nails. It can't type or it can't press Q. Allah come on, do all the bloody hell work. Caller, good night.
Hey, good night.
Go right ahead.
Saeed?
Yes, my friend.
Yes. My take on this thing is that, hello?
You're live, go right ahead.
Yeah. Yes, my take on this thing is that parents could buy their own laptop for the children. Yeah. Because back in the days, when I was going to school, my father used to buy a set encyclopedia, Britannica, which was like $500 in them times.
Yes.
And the 70 was expensive. So parents need to step up the game and buy the children laptop as part of their school learning tool. Right? All right, good.
Thank you, caller. Well, viewers, each caller is entitled to their opinion. But I want to let you understand something. A past government was giving laptop to students in school, while the present one say, it's too much of money spending. So like I said, they didn't educate the children with laptops and data and how to switch on and switch off Facebook and things. So apparently, we have big people in ministries who knows nothing about data, but they are an MP. There's one who knows nothing about Facebook, but he's an MP. So you all didn't know about data? You all don't know about computer? But because of your not having the knowledge, the data cost Trinidad and Tobago taxpayers about 60,000. So because they have access to the treasury now, they go on and take out 60,000 now to foot the bill. And time to get pension, somebody get pension 3 weeks into the following month, no pension. Food card, they cut it back. All our facts is facts all I get in. This is what Real Talk is about. We bring the issue to you, the people, so all your eyes can open big so. I tell you, I'm ready, you know. I wear my gold suit, you know, gold expensive. So it's expensive knowledge all I get in tonight. So listen this. Government was today expecting to sign off on a Point-a-Pierre refinery acquisition process with Patriotic Energies and Technologies Company Limited. Patriotic is the full owner subsidy company of the Oil Workers Trade Union. It was selected by the government as a preferred bidder from among 77 expressions for interest to acquire the asset of the refinery and the port at Point-a-Pierre following the closure of Petrotrin. Before leaving for the meeting, Roger addressed the media at Paramount Building in San Fernando. He said that he was hoping to have announced the completion of the first phase of the two-phase process, which is the acquisition of the refinery and port. However, he said, whatever is the outcome during Thursday's meeting, he will update the country on Friday. So today is supposed to be the big signing deal. Do you think they will get it or they would not get it? And in the first place, why did they close it down? How many millions are they making in profit now? Heritage Petroleum is making millions in profits. Why Petrotrin could not make it?